Good morning. Good morning. I hope you are ready. Hope you are ready for the day. Good morning. Good morning. This is Life Pastor Kyle. This is the journey to winning anyway life. This is one of the last Fridays of the year. We'll get a chance to fellowship and talk. It's going to be amazing today. We've been stuck on this for like some weeks, y'all. So I'm not willing to let it go until it's fulfilled everything it's supposed to do. I see Andrea Thomas. Good morning. Good morning, Maria. Y'all coming in talking about profit. I know y'all trying to pull on me. Life coach. Got it? Life coach. Mentor, mentees. Andrea Thomas. I see you, Maria Matthews. I see you, Sydney Morris. I see Carlos Divine. I see Brittany Long doing the same thing. Kenneth Davis, man. Hello, Manny Saeed. Thank you, Manny. She said, good morning, coach. I appreciate you. Listen. I'm overjoyed and excited. It's about to be an amazing end of the year. I see you, Sid. I know, man. Y'all pulling. Bree Piper, come on. Good morning. Happy Friday. Some of y'all started y'all Friday early yesterday because you're off today, and then some of you off half a day. So I called Thursdays Friday Eve. And so she said, well, coach, we in the game and here in the class. We in the game. Okay, y'all in the game. Come on, classroom. Y'all gonna love this one today because we've been stuck on this valuing yourself beyond yesterday, which means those people in your classroom and everywhere else. I see you, Brittany. Those people in your classroom and everywhere else can go out of this semester and get rid of what was, have a new mindset, come back next year and decide they're gonna finish the year greater than they ever have. And no matter what your past was, they can decide they're gonna win anyway. Eric Trotman, man. How you doing, man? I need to talk to you every day. Good. Hey, Maple. Good to see you. Trisha, God bless you. Good to see you. Hope all is well. And look, we getting ready to have some fun this morning, y'all. It's going to be amazing. I want y'all to like, share, and tag someone. Mr. Tamala Ricks, good morning. Y'all, everybody saying good morning. Hope y'all are ready for what it's about to be. I think it's going to be one of the most amazing times because we're at the end of what we've been putting together for our own life. And I think that's a major thing. It's just going to be good. I think it's just going to be good for everybody to know that you can have an opportunity to be better at life, no matter what life has thrown your way. And so I think that's the most profound part. Tamisha Figaro, there she is. Listen, y'all, I think I'm ready to get in. I don't want to keep y'all a long time. There are 15 people on here, only 6 of you. Look, when you come in, when you say good morning, do me a favor. Because Facebook is doing some strange things. Like it and then comment. Because Facebook is showing me like on a post 50 comments and like 7 people like it. Then later it pops up and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm going to change the algorithm on mine where the likes are pushing more than just the comments. So y'all do that. Let's get in and have a good time this morning. I think I'm ready for what it is we're going to do. Let's come back. Yeah, I'll take this back on the music. And let's get it. And so we've been talking a lot about this valuing yourself. And you know, the first thing I've had you do the last few weeks, which has worked very well, let's do it again. Before that, I want people who have not hit the like and love button, hit the like or love button. You don't have to share if you don't want to. But while you're doing that, I want you to write down the one positive thing that you are planning to work on for the new year. Write it down. Type it in the post. Type the one positive thing that you're planning on working on for 2025, your goal. One word, though. One word. Type in the one word. I want you to type the one word that you're planning to work on your goal. I want you to get that out. I want you to put it in the atmosphere. We can all can see it. We can all attach to it and all know what it is. And we can kind of, join with you in this fellowship of planning to do your life better. So wherever you are, type in that one word. Ooh, I see you, Darjeeling. Say consistency. That's a good one. Mabel said focus. Good morning, Aaron. Eric Trotman said discipline. Yes, sir. It's going to be major for you. Good morning, Kevin Matthews. Andrea Thomas said patience. The one word. Mr. Rick said discipline. Come on. The one word that you're going to focus on working on for 2025. Aaron Fleeks just has to disobey. She said, follow dash through. Let me say it again, y'all. One word. That's a good one, Aaron Fleeks. It's good. I'm not gonna beat you up for that one because what I know I gave to you before. But yeah, I need the one word because I want you to make sure phrases don't stick in your mind, words will. But I like that one. Follow through is good. Manny Saeed, disobedient. I didn't ask you whose mindset. We know who we're talking to. Man, it's my mindset. No, we already know mindset. We know who we're talking to. See, that's why I love making money off people, because sometimes people aren't gonna follow the rules. So as much as they disobey is the more hours I get. I'm trying to help y'all not to allow other people take advantage of you. Listen, Sidney Morris says growth. That's a good one. Brittany said determination. You got it. Tawanda Lottie said consistency. Listen, y'all, let's get into here. We have 20 of you have on here, 14 have liked it. I think the rest are probably over on YouTube. And I want to get you to a good point in your day. We've talked about this 3 different times. I'm not going to go back over the first 1 or 2 until we get to the end. But I want you to really, really take the time. Hello, Geraldine Shelvin. She said growth. Oh, Geraldine, she had one of her sessions on yesterday. She's like, you can use me. I said, no. She had one of her sessions, and we delve into something. If y'all want to know what it is, if y'all kind of nosy, just say me. And I'll give y'all one of the things that I'm going to be breaking down, discussing, revelating, prophesying through, and breaking through for the body of Christ. And basically for people that I coach really for real. If y'all want to know, let me know if y'all nosy. Just say me. And I'll tell y'all a little bit about what we discovered. I discovered things. Hey, Bree Piper, the determination. That's a good one. Trish said me. Listen, Crystal Burton said me. Crystal Burton can say that when she on time. I like that. Come on. Listen, are y'all ready? Let me tell y'all what we discovered yesterday. That a lot of people have created. Now, this wasn't directly for Geraldine. Caller said follow through. Incorrect, callers. You and, what's her name? Aaron Fleeks. Incorrect. One word. Follow teacher's instructions. Grown students. Listen. Here's what we discovered yesterday. And this is not part of the lesson, but I'm going to take y'all past this. Y'all ready? We discovered. Can y'all hear the music? Is the music playing? I don't want to be too loud. Listen. We discovered, watch this, that many people have safe spaces. It's nothing special, right? But we also discovered because of how they've built the safe spaces. Why? Come on, Deja, you come on in. Many people have safe spaces. Why they built the safe spaces and how they built the safe spaces have created dysfunctional safe spaces. Hey, Valencia Miller. So now, even though it was supposed to be a safe space, it is now, because of how and why they built it, a dysfunctional safe space. In other words, it's a space they've built that allows them to feel safe and think that they're safe. But in reality, they've boxed themselves in and they've stunted their own growth because of what they call their safe space, when in reality, it's a dysfunctional safe space. I'm going to talk about that, not today. So let's go. Listen, people, y'all getting there. I'm going somewhere else. So some of you have to really evaluate yourself, because you've been preparing yourself for the new year and what all you're going to do and all this stuff. But your safe space is not going to allow you to do it because you built it dysfunctionally. Yeah, you built it out of a dysfunction, not out of a goal, not out of an agenda, not out of passion, not out of purpose. You built it out of dysfunction. So it was only supposed to be a safe space for a small temporary part in your life, and now you made it a permanent part of your life, which now makes it dysfunctional. Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna move to the lesson. Let's go. It's like going on vacation. On vacation, you can do things on vacation that you cannot do anywhere else. You can go on vacation, you can sleep late, you can overeat, you can do all that, but you can't come home and sleep late and overeat and all that. And if you do, then you end up having a dysfunctional life. You lose your job, you lose your spouse, you lose your family, you don't have any money, which in turn you lose your house, you lose your car, because you don't build spaces that are functional or that are built from the right thing. You build them from places that are dysfunctional because you put the wrong thing, you put the right thing in the wrong place. I'm gonna teach about it when I do some more studies on it. That was just from revelation from a few clients that I've had that I've locked into. It's been amazing. So listen, let's go. I want you to begin to embrace your worth beyond yesterday. I want you to embrace your worth beyond yesterday. I want you to value yourself beyond your yesterday. I want you to really get it, because you need to get it, because in not doing so, you run the risk of repeating a cycle that you don't need to be in. You got it? I thought you say make it make sense. Oh, it makes plenty of sense. It makes sense when people, I know what you're saying. You're saying it makes sense. I know people saying make it make sense. Hey, you have to these days. People don't understand if you don't. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's go. I talked to you about embracing yourself and valuing yourself beyond yesterday. I'm going to jump in here because I have 7 more points to give you than the other 5 and 5, 10 I gave you. I don't want to go back through those right now. Well, maybe I should. Let me know. Should I start where I'm starting and then fly through the old ones, or should I actually review the other ones quickly first and then go? Tell me, what should I do? Old or new? Come on, go. And I'm depending on y'all. Brittany said you're already talking. Old or new? Old or new? Run through the old ones to the new ones, or jump right to the new ones, make it a good lesson, and then remind you what the old ones were. Uh-oh. Trish talking about new. That's because she went on the old one. Everybody's saying old. Quick review. Okay, good. I'll give y'all a review. Y'all ready? Here's the review. Number 1. We got it. Mabel says new. That's people. Okay, quick run through. Number 1, whenever you decide that you're going to value yourself beyond yesterday, here is number 1. Here's what it really is. Here we go. Your past does not define you. Now, don't type it, but I want y'all to say it. Wherever you are, say it. My past does not define me. These will become mantras, or they'll become declarations. So say this: my past does not define me. You got it? Number 2, I will focus on growth and not perfection, which means I won't stay there too long, because the place will become dysfunctional. I won't stay there too long. I'll focus on my growth and not perfection. That's number 2. Number 3, stop looking back at what you did or did not do and celebrate where you are right now. Stop looking back at what you did or did not do and celebrate where you are right now. It's important. After you've learned those 3 things, begin to rewrite the narrative of your life. Begin to rewrite that thing. Make your tongue the pen of a ready writer. That's Bible. And begin to rewrite your narrative by how you talk about yourself and how you talk about where you're going and what you're going to do. Rewrite your narrative. Number 5, then surround yourself with uplifting influences, uplifting people who understand where you're going and not concerned about where you've been, which means you have to engage with people, environments, and activities that affirm and confirm your value. You got it? And they encourage you to move forward with confidence, not people who encourage you to stay still and it's okay. No. Surround yourself with uplifting people. What's up, Shannon Speaks? Number 5. Number 6, recognize and honor your experiences. Here's the reason why. Because your experiences are what give you wisdom, your good and your bad. It's the good and the bad that has shaped your life, Tawanda. So you have to recognize and honor your experience. Don't throw everything away. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Cause here it is, because there's some treasure in your trash. There's some treasure in your trash. Anybody ever been throwing away stuff, then realize you threw away something you want to keep, and you had to put on some gloves or something and go back through your paper or back through the trash to find something, and you find it and realize that you threw away a treasure in your trash. So recognize and honor your experiences. Number 7, I'm almost done right here. You have to forgive yourself. If any of these are really good to you, go back to the last 2 Fridays and you'll get the details of it. Let go of any guilt, any regret, or any self-criticism that's tied to your past. Anything that's held you in your past, let it go. Anything or anybody, let go of any guilt, any regret, or any self-criticism that has tied you to your trash. I'm sorry, to your past. I was reading this thing that said, Mabel's thing said, there's some treasure in your trash. Yes, it is, Mabel. It surely is. And so, let go of any guilt, any regret, or any criticism that's tied you to your past. Number 8, completely embrace the present, which means each moment and every experience that you have is a chance to redefine who you are. You see me, Sydney? No matter what you do, everything you do is a chance to redefine who you are. Here we go. It's a review in a review. Once you redefine who you are, remember, rewrite your narrative, then redefine who you are. Then you have to reframe your narrative. Give yourself some grace and give yourself some space. Oh, that's good. Reframe your narrative. Give yourself some space and give yourself some grace. Got it? You reframe your narrative. Number 9. Number 10, invest in mature self-discovery. That's where we'll pick up on the new. Y'all ready for the new? If you're ready for the new, type ready. Type ready. Let's go. Because it's going to pick up right where you left off. It's going to pick up right at where you have to invest in yourself. Yeah. Invest in mature self-discovery. If you're ready, type the word ready. We're at 17 minutes. That means 13 minutes in, 12 minutes in. So I'm going to try to get you done quickly. I don't want to keep you out here long. So here is how Andrea says she ready. Geraldine says she ready. Valencia says space and grace. You got to. So here is where, hey, Greta Cook, here is where you invest in mature self-discovery. Here is where it's mature. Are y'all ready? I see people typing ready. Tamisha Figaro type ready. Come on. Mabel type ready. Greta Cook, come on. Come on. Listen, here is where you invest in mature self-discovery. It's when you get around people who don't agree with you. We're on our way to number 1. We're going to get there. It's when you get around people who don't agree with you, but you trust them. And the reason why you trust them is because the only reason they don't agree, good morning, Naya, the only reason they don't agree is because they have a different experience that will open you up to a plethora, that's a word, a plethora of wisdom that will may not change what you approach, but may change how you approach it, which means I'd rather approach something in 1 day than approaching it in 5 days. I'd rather get with someone who knows how to do what it is I need to have done and be done in a day than for me to have to sit down, pay money, and take a class on trying to get it done because I want to be the one to get it done. That's not wisdom. That's a time waster. That's someone who will always be behind tracking time. I'd rather invest the money and pay someone to do whatever it is that they are called to do. So I'm going, my first point, I'm going in there, what they're called to do. What's up, Ashley? And then have it in a day or two. Than for me to have to give it my best, which will never equal their worst. I used to, personal testimony. I pay Sydney a real good amount of money to take care of my head. I'm trying to make sure I pay more than anybody else because I appreciate it. Because most barbers are not consistent. They do good till they get you and mess up. But because he is consistent, I no longer cut my hair. I don't cut my hair, style my hair. I just brush and curl and whatever. He takes care of it. Because it's what he's called to do. I could do it, but it would take me all day. I would miss appointments. Okay, here we go. So here it is. You have to get around people who don't always agree with you. And when you're around them, you have to be in a level of vulnerability that allows you to glean from them. Here's the problem people do. People get around people, but they don't glean. People who are around me that don't learn small lessons frustrate me because I realize that they're slow learners. Because then I wonder, why are you around me? Because if you're around me and I know I've shown you how to do something quick, effective, and wise and profitable, and you don't do it, then I wonder why you're around me. You're around me because of what it makes you feel like when people think or see you around me. You're not around me to glean from me. So because I'm a giver, you become irrelevant to me. So when am I helping somebody already on this good last Friday, one of the last Fridays? You have to get around people that help you explore your value. Good morning, Angel. You have to get around people who help you explore your value. You have to be vulnerable enough to allow people to help you explore your values, your passions, and your dreams. Because when you're around people you don't agree with, then they'll always make you think a little greater. They'll always make you push a little bigger. They'll always make you go forward. Thank you, Minister Ricks. So here we go. So every experience, good or bad, shapes who you are. Here we come, y'all. Now we come to the lesson. Because who you are is entirely up to you. You just have to value yourself beyond yesterday. Yesterday was what it was, is what it is, and is always going to be what it is. But it does not determine who you become tomorrow. So when you value yourself beyond yesterday, here's number one. Y'all ready? Number one is you have to recognize your unique calling. I'm not preaching, I'm just telling you what it is. You have to, in order to value yourself beyond yesterday, you have to recognize your unique calling. You can't keep looking for other people, hey, Danny Henn, to confirm and affirm you in a calling that you have not recognized or accepted. You have to recognize your unique calling. You have to understand that God has a specific purpose, the original intended reason for the creation of a thing or a person. He has a specific purpose for you that no one else can fulfill. No one else can do what God has called you to do. No one else can be who God has birthed you in the earth to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to recognize that, Sydney. And here's the reason why. Because people have not yet learned how to value other people. They've not yet learned how to value people who have recognized their calling when they haven't. You can't throw away people who recognize your value and your calling, because you'll end up with a group of people or a circle of people who don't understand who you are, and then you'll lose yourself. And then you can't find yourself in any of them because it's not a trusted circle of vulnerability or wisdom. It's just people with a lot of knowledge. They know a lot of things, but they haven't applied what they know even to themselves. So you have to recognize your unique calling. Hey, Denise Houston, God bless you. You have to recognize your unique calling. Understand that no one can fulfill the things in life that God has called you to do, because you are unique. Type these two words, I am. Just agree right there, I am. That's all. Just type the words, I am. Agree with the fact that you have a unique calling and you are unique. Just type two words, I am. This is your agreement now. Number two, we got to go. Number two. I'm waiting to start typing I am. It has to catch up. I think we're behind like 2 minutes. There it is. Shauna Speaks, I am. I see you, Trish, on YouTube. I am. Yes. You have to declare that thing. Declare it. So what you're doing now is you're agreeing with the word. You're agreeing with God. You're agreeing with your destiny. You're agreeing with your future. And so when you type I am, I'm in agreement with you. So where there are two or three, then God's in the midst. So now you become a portion of your unique future. You are what it is. Might as well enjoy it. I see you, Valencia. Y'all ready? Number two, you have to focus on, so since you believe that you are, you have to focus on your destined identity. You got it? Focus on your destined identity. I see you, Bree Piper. What does that mean? It means I need to anchor myself in my identity as a child of God. I need to make sure that I understand that I am just not a walking body with issues and problems and frustrations and headaches. I have to anchor myself in my identity, who I belong to, why I'm in the earth, what my purpose is, what my schedule is, what my skills are, what am I assigned to do, what do I love to do. I have to anchor myself in my identity as a child of God, not in your past temporary achievements. That was what it was. Who are you now? Can't anchor yourself in your failures. You don't know what I've been through. I don't care what you've been through. That was good for then. Question is, what are you coming through right now? So you got to focus on your destined identity. What is it that God has determined and built for your destiny? Got it? Number three, we moving. Number three. Okay, let's type this one. I got another point. Type I will. As you say, focused on my destined identity, which means I'm going to make sure I anchor myself as a child of God. I'm anchoring myself as somebody better. Type the words I will. Now you have I am. Now you have a I will. Come on, I will. Come on, type I will. I will. Come on, stay connected. Stay connected. Stay pulling that. Type I will. Then number three, here's something you have to do. You have to turn your past into a testimony. Hey, Lady Inez Tate Varner. Bless you. Good to see you. Listen, Naya Brewer, turn your past into a testimony. I see y'all. Turn your past, instead of letting your past define you, use it as a platform. Don't allow it to define you and put you in a box. Use it as a platform to stand on top of and get to where you're going. Turn your past into a testimony. Yeah. Use it to inspire other people. Use it to encourage, watch this, encourage yourself and others. If I can make it through that, so can you. So turn your past into a testimony. Got it? I'm going, y'all. We going, hey, Emery Shelvin. Yeah, turn your past to a testimony. Don't let it hinder you. Number one, recognize your unique calling, that you have one. Number two, focus on your destiny. That's intentionally your destiny identity. Your destined identity, who you really are as a total person. Number three, turn your past to testimony. Number four, acknowledge your own growth. Come on, Andrea Thomas. Recognize how far you come. Stop looking at what you're going through and look at what you've already come through. Recognize how far you've come. Even though you have had major challenges, acknowledge your growth. Look at the mistake and say, thank you, Father. Look at the failure and say, thank you, Father. Then use the mistake and the failure as stepping stones and add them to your wisdom, your experiences, and your resilience. Your wisdom, your experience, and then show everybody how resilient you were in that situation. Acknowledge your growth. Number five, we're going, y'all, quickly. I only have three more. Number five, embrace God's grace. Stop judging yourself. Stop beating yourself over the head and then want other people to pick you up. Here's the deal. I will pick you up if other people have beat you down, but I can't keep picking you up and you keep beating yourself down. You got to change your mindset first. Remember, here's how you embrace God's grace. Come on. Here's how you embrace God's grace. Here's how you do it. You have to remember that your worth, Sid, you're going to love this one. Remember that your worth is not tied to your past. Your past could not take the value that God has placed on your life or in your life. It could only try and hinder or delay it, but it cannot take your worth. Your worth is not tied to your past. Your past was not that strong. No matter what sin you've done, it's not that strong. The cross makes sure you get to where you got to go. Number six, I'm moving on. I'm not going to get in that. Here it is. Number six. Now that you've done all these things, got it? Here we go. Number six. Now that you realize your past doesn't define you, you focus on growth and not perfection. You stop looking back and celebrate yourself. You rewrite your narrative. You surround yourself with uplifting influences. Then you recognize and honor your experiences. After you've done all that stuff, all that. I'll come back to that. Done all that. You have to redefine success through faith. You have to redefine success through faith. Because if you only define success by the amount of your paycheck, you will have a paycheck and still be alone and lonely. Because a paycheck does not express emotions, expressions, character, wisdom, knowledge, or experience. It's just a source that God gives you to be able to do things with through life. So you have to redefine your success through faith. I did it last year when I canceled 8,000 plus people on a Facebook page. I started over with this page where I'm able to say, God, I'm using this page for your glory. Yes, I'm going to have some straightforward things out there and all that, but I'm using it for your glory. I'm doing it again this year. I'm making another bridge into this page. Another bridge. I won't just be a social media person. I'll be an influence, but I won't compromise my influence, what I'm doing. So I have to redefine success through faith. I have to shift my perspective. I have to change success from if I'm making six figures or not. Even though we celebrate people who God brings to that level of blessing, that level of trust that he gives you six figures to operate in the kingdom. Not a problem with it. I have no problem with it. Actually, I'm all for it. But you have to shift your perspective of success from worldly perspectives. Yeah. You got to shift it from what the world achieves to go back to fulfilling what God has built you and designed you to achieve. So how do I do that? I got it yesterday. You have to pray for clarity and focus on the winning anyway life journey. Here it is. Sydney, you're going to love this. Worship is where it's revealed. Prayer is where you get the instructions for the revealing. So as you pray, God will lead you into worship. And worship is where it's really revealed. He pulls the cover off when he feels that your prayer has asked the right questions. You pray, but you ask amiss, that you may consume it upon your own lust. In other words, you pray and you ask for things, but you ask for the wrong thing because your motive is wrong. So now I can't give it to you. But when you pray right, prayer will give you instructions. Worship will give you revelation. That's when you're redefining yourself through faith. Number 7, I'm almost done. Here's something you have to do. You have to cultivate a daily reflection habit. Some people do it at the end of the day because you're closing your day. Listen, there are 33 of you on here that liked it. There are 22 of you have liked it, but there are 33 on here. If you're on here, hit the like or love button. Let me know that you're here. Just let me know that you're here. Hit the love or like button. That's all. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself by cultivating a daily reflection habit. Again, some people do it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, what they do at the end of the day, they pray about things. They talk about things. They write things down. They put things in a journal to make sure that they've journaled the whole day so they know where they are. So you have to spend some time every day reflecting. Then some people wake up reflecting from a grateful place of waking up, all they've been through before yesterday and all that. And they start reflecting while building their goals for the day based on what they've been through or what they have not completed on yesterday. So you have to spend every day reflecting sometime, whether morning or evening, not leftover time. It has to be intentional time, reflecting on what you're grateful for and how good life and God is. Yeah. You can't expect God to give you a better life if you aren't appreciating him for the one you have already. Got it? Number 8. Here it is. Number 8. Last one. You have to invest in your future. Invest in the future you by living in purpose and with purpose today. Dr. Brian Keith Denman, bless you, man. God bless you, Pastor. Always sowing, man. I pray your seed return to you 1,000-fold in Jesus' name. Got it? Invest your future self. Invest in your future self by living with purpose, on purpose, and in purpose, which means take deliberate actions toward your goals. Stop taking actions toward everybody else's goal and leaving yours out. So what you have to do is take some time to focus on the present moment, knowing that today is a gift. The question is, what are you going to do with this gift that everybody didn't receive? There are some people, old people say, that did not wake up this morning. What are you going to do with your gift? What are you going to do with this gift of the day that God's given you? So what you do is ask God for guidance. How do I live out this day to the best of my intentions? How do I live out this day making intentional steps to align myself with what I say my purpose and my value and my goals are? If I say I'm a drummer, sometime throughout the day, I need to be doing some beating skills somewhere. If I say I'm a singer, I need to be singing somewhere throughout the day. I cannot say I'm called to do it and I only do it when I'm in front of people, or I only do it when it's mandated, like at a rehearsal or at church. I have to sing all the time. I have to consistently invest in myself by doing it all the time. And I have to not be afraid to, here it is again, get around people who do it better than me so I can learn to be better and stop being around people who do it equal as me. I can't grow being around my peers. I have to grow. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? If y'all ready, type, just say yes. Just say yes. Just say yes. Just say yes. I got a good one. I can't grow being around my peers. I can really only grow being around my pressure. See, my peers are equal to me. We don't grow, we just exchange. But around my pressure, it makes me have to produce more than who and what I am. I can't grow being around my peers. I celebrate with my peers, but I grow being around my pressure. Pressure makes me produce. Got it? That's the last for the day, because I want to take you back through them real quick. Y'all ready? Number one, your past does not define you. This is, I think I'm closing this lesson out. When you are on a level of valuing yourself beyond yesterday, you have to realize your past could not define you. It wasn't strong enough. You have to focus on growth and not perfection. Thank you, honey. You have to focus on growth. Sydney got a wow. That mean that was good right there. Sydney got a wow. I see Sydney's wow. Well, Carl say, come on. Uh-oh. That was a good one. Yeah, we normally run from our pressure. Got it? Yeah, remind me at the end about that one. I'll make that number 9. Your past doesn't define you. Number 2, focus on growth and not perfection. The next one, stop looking back and celebrate your now. Then rewrite your life's narrative. Then surround yourself with people who understand the new narrative that you're writing. Surround yourself with people who understand the new narrative that you're writing for yourself. Number 6, recognize and honor your experiences. Got it? When you want to value yourself beyond your yesterday, recognize and honor the experiences that you have or have had that are able to bless your life, and you get wisdom from them. Number 7, you must forgive yourself. Let go of any guilt, any regret, any self-criticism that's tied to your past. Anything that holds you back is tied to your past, cut it off so you're able to move forward. Then you have to embrace your present. As you embrace your present, again, you rewrite your narrative, redefine who you are, then you reframe your narrative, and then you invest in mature self-discovery. And you do that, I told you in the beginning, you do that by getting around people who don't agree with you. That's the level of not just getting around peers, getting around people who cause you to have pressure. Because when they don't agree, it causes you to ask the question, why? Tell me why you don't agree. Because they may have a valid point that will increase your value when you leave their presence. So after that, you have to recognize your unique calling. It's the calling only you can fulfill. Then you put a demand on your destiny to show you your identity. You have to focus on it. I want to know why I'm here. I don't just want to be in the earth waking up. I want to know why I'm here. Why God birthed me in the earth? Who did God birth me in the earth to come in contact with that life would no longer be what it is if I wasn't present? Got it? Then number 3, turn your past into a testimony. Cut the devil off at the knee. You don't worry about you. Whatever you cause, that's fine. I'm gonna now give God glory for it. It's the past now. Number 4, acknowledge your own growth. It's today's new ones. Acknowledge your own growth. Don't let other people celebrate you and you don't celebrate yourself. And stop giving people the sad story. I'm so sick of sad stories. There are no sad stories. There are only sad people. Because your story shouldn't end at the sad. That should only be a chapter in your story. So if your story is sad, it's because you made it sad because it came from a sad place, you. It should be a sad chapter, never a sad story. Nobody wants to watch a story where the end of it, everybody just dies with cancer. You need somebody to live. See, y'all quiet. Okay. Acknowledge your own growth. Recognize how far you've come. Celebrate yourself and hang on to people who celebrate you. Stop thinking that you can replace people like you replace clothes. Stop thinking that when I find better people, this is how I know people will never have wholesome relationships. If y'all ready, type the word ready. I've made it there now. I won't be long. These are my last 4. I'm just giving you refreshers on these. This is how you build relationships. When you come into people in your life who specialize in love, who specialize in grace, who specialize in communication, who specialize in affection, who specialize in thinking, who specialize in all these things, then you build an arsenal of people in your life who have specialties that you don't. But if the devil makes you think you're smart, then you'll get a person who specializes in finance, and they'll help you with your money. And then when you think you're good, you get a person who specializes in how to buy houses. So then you leave the person with finance and go to the one who has houses. You get somebody who catches you when you're down, and they encourage you and tell you that you're good when you're really not. That's a dysfunctional safe space. Then you leave everybody else and start dealing with the dysfunctional individual. Then when God brings somebody else in your life, you think, the problem with you, the problem with that kind of person is they think that God replaces people, so they'll never really have a plethora of anything. They'll never have a lot of anything, because everything they do will be a replacement for something else in their life, because they themselves don't know how to balance life, balance relationships, and balance living. You can't. I don't cut people off. I let people cut themselves off. I just focus on my goal and my dreams. And the people who are strong enough, competent enough, and have the capacity to maintain, stay. The people who can't fall off, it's not because I throw them away, it's because they failed to change, adapt, adjust, or grow. So you have to look at that thing carefully. It's like you can't just be like, I got this in my life now, so you go. Got this in my life, so you go. Because then when you need them, they're going to understand that you really don't value them. You're just a user. You just use people for that time. And you think that things can be maintained without being maintained. Even grass has to have the weeds pulled out every now and then. So here it is. Acknowledge your own growth. Look at how far you've come and celebrate yourself. And then you have to embrace God's grace. You got it? Embrace the grace of God. Remembering that your worth is not tied to your past. Number 6, real quick. Redefine yourself, your success, through faith. Don't make it through what you want to do. Get it through faith. Got it? Which means worship will give you revelation. Prayer gives you instructions. As you pray, stop telling God everything and start listening. God will tell you things. That's instruction. And then you continue to go, and then revelation will reveal what it is you've been praying. I've been praying about something, I don't know what it is. God told me just to keep my mind stayed on him, and God will build you up. Then God, in worship, God will reveal what that thing is, and then it'll cause you to have a praise. Oh my God, wait till Sunday, gonna be amazing. Then you have to cultivate daily reflection habits every day. Every day, reflect on God. Every day, reflect on life. Every day, reflect on grace. Every day, reflect on goodness. That's some G's, y'all. I like that. God, reflect on grace, reflect on goodness. I like that. That's good. Reflect on those things. Think about those things. So when the devil comes to discourage you or frustrate you, you can remind him of what God has done. You can remind him of your own growth, remind him of your own grace, and just the goodness of God. His Bible. I would have fainted unless I believed, unless I really thought I was going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I would have gave up a long time ago if I didn't think I would be able to see the goodness of the Lord. I'm not just talking about church shouting. I mean God's goodness. And his grace allows me to see his goodness in the land of the living. Number 8, last one. You have to invest in your future. Invest in the you that you're becoming by living on purpose today, by doing things that are intentional for your life. Doing things that are intentional for your life. Doing things that God would have you do because he's graced you and set you up for his goodness. But you got to be in that place where you value yourself beyond yesterday. You can't offer God, well, God, you know what I did yesterday. You know what that was? God says, I was, watch this. This is what God says to you. You watch this. Anybody want to know what God says? If you want to know, say me. And I'm letting y'all go. We're at 45 minutes. Dog, I want to be off by then. I'll just tell you. God says, I know what you've been through. I know what you dealt with. I know what your past was. I know how bad you thought it was. Number one, I sent my son Jesus to die for it before you did it. Watch this, Jerry McGowan. Watch this. Here is what God says. He says, I know everything you've done and everything you've been through. Watch this. He says these words, because I was there. Did anybody get that? He said, I was there. I've been there the whole time. The only reason why you've survived this long is because I was there. He said, sometime, I'm listening to God talk. He said, sometime you hurt me. The Bible said we crucify him afresh. He said, sometime you crucified me and sometime you hurt me, but I never left you or forsook you. Sometime you made my heart hurt because you disobeyed. He said, but I was there. Sometimes you messed up, and I understand it because of what you were going through. He said, but I was there. And sometimes you messed up because you were trying to impress people. He said, but I was there. Sometimes you messed up because you failed to grow and failed to acknowledge yourself as a valuable commodity in the body of Christ. You went along with people and you ignored me, and God said, but I was still there. And even when people left you and you reached out to me, you didn't have to reach far because I was there. Here's what God says, and I'm done. Tell them I value them beyond their yesterday. I just need them to agree with me. In Jesus' name. I pray that y'all have an amazing weekend. It's Friday. My wife has the cleaning people coming, do the house. I'm going to relax today. It's going to just be a day for me. I'm going to relax, get some things done. I pray you do the same thing. I pray that you prepare for a wonderful weekend. I pray you prepare this. They call this Christmas weekend. It's the weekend before Christmas. I did, honey. I toned my voice down. You see that, right? I stopped right in the tracks. I'm preparing for the weekend. But I want to get you to do something else. I want you to agree with God so much that you prepare for your 2025. You can't be the same next year. I'm not worried about the dates. I'm just trying to give you a marker that you have some time to get clarity on some of the relationships you're in. They're just not needed anymore because they're no longer giving anything. They're just taking. So stop trying to prove to people who you are and go ahead and value who you are beyond your yesterday. You are amazing. God bless you, Andrea Thomas. God bless you. You're an amazing individual with an amazing call on your life. And you have a unique calling that nobody can do but you. So don't get caught up in comparing yourself to other people, trying to be like them. Let it go. Be who you're called to be. Be authentic. Be disciplined. Be caring. Be purposed. Be vulnerable, but also be discerning. Protect your gift, protect your anointing, and protect your potential. Close the gap. Value who you are beyond your yesterday. This is Life Pastor Kyle. I'm signing out. Hope y'all have an amazing day. I'm about to. It's going to be good today. So enjoy yourself. Love on somebody. And remember, it's the end of the year, y'all. So remember, no matter what happens in your life, know this, you can win anyway if you just value yourself beyond yesterday. When you do that, you've already won. You're a winner. God bless.